Hey guys, it is Wednesday afternoon here in the Philippines, and today we're going to unbox one of the recall LBWK Lamborghini Aventadors from Mini GT. This is the one that they released half and then they recalled the second half and quit releasing them to distributors. They did release the blue one in its entirety. The second release was this black one, and that's when they started noticing those problems with the paint on the hood and maybe a little bit on the roof too. So they recalled the black one and pulled it off the shelves. And then they stopped production on the yellow one and on the gray one. And then they also stopped production on the red one, and they really never produced the TRU one. The one that they put in the TRU package, I believe, was supposed to be the Rosso Mars release. That they never even debuted or advertised or anything like that, because all the TRU releases are the same color except they alter something with a carbon hood, carbon roof, different colored wheels or trimmed wheels. And if you notice that car on the box picture on the TRU Volcano Yellow, it has a Volcano Yellow trim ring on the wheel, and it possibly could have a carbon fiber hood or roof, but you can't see it in the pic. So that red one is not the correct one, in my opinion. This is all my assumption, but if you look at it, it's pretty obvious. They've never released a TRU exclusive in a different color than the original color and such, or they've never released anything that's a different color than the color on the box, unless it's a raw chase car. So you can be the judge, but that's what I'm assuming. And anyways, so this one, I just pulled the plastic cellophane off of this box. So we're going to take a look at it and see how bad the paint is nowadays. Because this has been, I don't know, in storage for maybe 3 or 4 years. Because it was released, I believe, in 2019 is when these were due out. So anyways, as usual, we'll go over the box. So you have your LBWK Lamborghini Aventador in black. Number 58, Mini GT, LB, Liberty Walk, Liberty Works. Then you have kind of the rising sun emblem wrapping around to the side end cap. This side has Mini GT, TSM model. On top, collector number 58. Flip it over that way so the number is correct. Then on the bottom side, you have your choking hazard warnings and such. Then on the back side, this is what indicates that it is a true TSM release, true Mini GT with that holographic sticker. And on the Miho releases, it was not on the box, but it is on the back of the blister pack. So at least we know this is a true licensed product from Mini GT. It shows you where to find Mini GT online and social media and blah, blah, blah. Then this is your LBWK Lamborghini Aventador, black left-hand drive. And then all of your licensing and the Lamborghini holographic sticker. So let's get this guy out and take a look at him. And see what has happened throughout the years of being sealed. So, and if you're interested, I can get more of these. I think I have access to probably a dozen of them right now. I found a place that has these in storage, and they're all sealed, supposedly. And it comes in this black plastic tray, as usual. But I can tell you now that the paint is going south. Look at the hood. It's totally hazed over. Not really paint rash. And actually the spots that are usually there, like what I was determining that there was like pores in the casting or something, but they're not even apparent on this model. But there is a lot of haze. As I said, it's not really paint rash. It actually feels like you got overspray on it, like a clear coat overspray, and that's kind of almost what it looks like, and it's even on the roof now too. So it has gotten pretty bad being locked up in the box. Now that could be the adverse reaction from the plastic, which we've seen this happen on other castings, being in the plastic blister, sealed in humid conditions and such. That could be what has promoted this to get this bad. The side still looks good. and such. Now, and if you haven't seen the unboxing of these, this is like the Forgiato wheels in gold. Very cool, nice detailed casting. It does have the black rubber mirrors, so they don't break so easily. Then you have the Imagine All the People Living Life in Peace on the door. That signature phrase from the Beatles that Maturo uses on his Liberty Walk cars. And then all the co-sponsors down the B pillar. Then your rear mount style wing. I think it's like the version 3 style wing. LB Performance across the spoiler. Then the clear smoked engine cover. And you can see the crossbars over the engine. Nice detail in the back. Red acrylic taillight lenses. Your LB Works plate. And you have treaded rubber tires. Phillips button head screws holding down the base, so you can change things around, and if you want to, you can repaint this if you wanted to. I'm actually going to take some wax, this turtle wax, and hit the roof and hood, because as I said, it feels like overspray. I may be able to get rid of that, but as you can see on this side, the door and such is much worse on the passenger than the driver's side, but this once again goes with my theory of the plastic kind of influencing the rashing and such in humid, sealed conditions, because this side was against the plastic, or at least inside the plastic, whereas this was not. It was open and exposed to the cardboard. Also has the acrylic headlight lenses and Lamborghini emblem on the front header panel. So still yet an awesome casting and such. And they did start releasing it again. As you guys know, the Infinite Motorsports one is out now. The one that's black with the red and yellow wrap on it. And it has black wheels. Very nice casting. That one, we're going to see how it does. But they're building those or making those, producing those, however you want to say it, in a whole new factory. This came out of the Bangladesh factory. That's where the other ones came out of. Not sure how these are going to react throughout the years if you have them out of the package. Now, the ones that I just recently sold, I had all of them, and I just recently sold them back in, I think it was July, right before I came to the Philippines. And they did great. They just had the little tiny spots on the hood, like they all had. And I don't even think the yellow one, the volcano yellow one, had any spots, and neither did the gray one, actually. So it was just the black one and the blue one, and maybe the red one had the spots. But that was it. So I'm not sure if this is like the plastic in the packaging causing this. But later on, I'll do a short update video in a couple days. I'm going to hit this with some wax and see if that comes out. I'm not going to use even rubbing compound or polishing compound. I'm just going to use straight turtle wax and see what happens. It may come clean because, as I said, it's not rash. It's actually like an overspray. And if wax don't do it, maybe later on I'll get some Tamiya rubbing compound and hit it. It may come out, but it definitely is not like your typical rash, as I think you guys can kind of see that. It looks like the haze of the clear either overspray or the clear is having an adverse reaction to the paint, and the clear is actually going to start peeling off, but it's not really peeling at all. It's actually feeling like rubber, or not rubber, but overspray. So we'll see what happens. But I just wanted to show you guys that and do an update on these recalled Lamborghinis and see what happens if you don't open them. This is why I'm an opener, guys. This is why I advise to open stuff, especially the ones that are against plastic and things. And the only company that I know of that does not do this so much is Hot Wheels. Hot Wheels, being even $1 cars, the Hot Wheels does not do this type of thing. Now, the ones that are contained in like plastic clamshells and stuff may, but I know Green Light's notorious for paint rash, M2's notorious for paint rash, and Auto World I haven't had much problem, but I did have one Challenger in the very high end releases in the clamshell package, like the Hemi News and such things like that. Hemmings, I should say, not Hemi, but Hemmings News and Newsletter or whatever, and those clamshell plastic packages. I had a Challenger that had this kind of reaction before, but it was paint rash. You could feel like the texture in the paint. This is not. So we'll try to wax and see what happens. We'll do a video on that later, maybe this weekend, and let you know what happened. But I appreciate you guys watching, and yeah, if I have these, if I was you, I would open them and get them out in the air, let them breathe a little bit. So thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video.